Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Pipe on the front porch actually is today. It is raining out, which I wasn't expecting. So I'm out here on the front porch. So I had better covering out here, not up under the open sky. But I'm out here with all the trees and stuff. But today I'm smoking my Savinelli root briar. If I can get the light up here for that. Savinelli root briar. Capri. And I don't remember the number of that. I want to say 512, but let me see if I can find it here. Keep my backhoe in there. 512. I was right. So it's the 512, and in it I am smoking Coniston cut plug. Sorry, the light's a little low right here. Let's see if I move this. I can't really move it anywhere else. I gotta hang it there. We're just gonna have to deal with the low light, I guess. I'll try and look down on it. So it's a proper English evening for such a nice English blend. I do quite enjoy this weather. It's definitely nice for a change. Seldom get any rain here, so I wanted to just Peter Piper mentioned something in a comment today. I had mentioned Mayor Pete from Liberty Tobacco. You won't see that listed on their list of tobaccos. You have to call them and request it. It's kind of a secret menu blend that they do. And they mix it up per order. But if you call on a Tuesday or a Sunday, ask for Cedric and tell him Onion sent you, and tell him you want some Mayor Pete, and he will mix it up for you. Or you can call any other day of the week and get it too, but Cedric knows me pretty well. He's a member of the Pipe Club, so those are the days he works. But yeah, it's not listed on their list of tobaccos. You have to ask for it. And they don't have it made up already. They mix it up as you order it. So I just wanted to get that out there because Peter messaged and said he didn't see it on their website, so I wanted to give the proper information out to you guys. Man, this Coniston cut plug is some amazing stuff. I wish Goworth and Hogarth and Gaworth would get their stuff back in stock here in the States, because there's a lot of stuff I want to get, and everybody's out. You know, they changed importers, and their last shipment they tried to import, and this was a while ago, was held up in customs, and for a glitch in paperwork due to a new importer. The new importer hadn't filled out the paperwork they needed to get done or something, so it was held up for months. It's been months that it's been held up in customs. It was supposed to be getting released here pretty soon, but I haven't heard anything other than they've straightened out that glitch. But I also have heard that Gaworth and Hogarth are all under one roof now. They've come back together as one. And I heard that they weren't producing a lot of stuff because of COVID, and that they had stopped production for a while. So I think they're catching up with orders, and the importer problem with the States here is keeping us from getting anything from them right now. So hopefully the customs issue is all straightened out and they'll release that order, and we'll start seeing some stuff coming back into play here. So if you see something from Gaworth and Hogarth and you're wanting to get it, because you don't know when it's going to come back in. Here in the States anyway. I mean, I was lucky to grab 3 tins of Bothy Flake when I saw it. Or now I can't find that. At least the places I normally look don't have it. So there seemed to have been a small release of tobaccos of Gaworth and Samuel Gaworth tobaccos in the tins, but I haven't seen any of the twists or any of that stuff in a long time. It's been a couple months now since I've seen any twists anywhere. I love just listening to the rain. I could just sit out here and listen to the rain fall and smoke my pipe and just be happy. I remember when I first started smoking a pipe, we lived in an apartment. This was before we got our first house. And it had a balcony, and I put a big light in the corner of the balcony, and I would go out there and I'd read, and I'd smoke my pipe. And I had bamboo shades that I could drop down if the sun was low or something, you know, shining. I'd drop those bamboo shades down if I was out there during the day. It was a sweet little setup, man. I loved it out there. Had a little table. And I'd fix my Delta Punch and go out there and read my... At that time, I was reading the Civil War trilogy by Shelby Foote, and which is a long read. It's a 3-volume set, huge set. It's probably the best book for Civil War information you could ever, series of books you could ever get for Civil War information. Shelby Foote was just a historian that would just, if you ever watched the Civil War, the PBS Ken Burns Civil War, Shelby Foote was one of the guys they talked to a lot on that. Had that slow, kind of talks like Lunton Larry, when Larry's doing his natural voice. And I was just mesmerized by Shelby Foote and his knowledge, the way he spoke, which is why I love Lunton Larry so much. Well, one of the reasons I love Lunton Larry so much, but when I first heard him, it reminded me of Shelby Foote. And I was like, I could listen to this guy all day long. But Shelby Foote wrote this book, and so I was reading that book, and I'd go out there every night after work, and I'd spend 2-3 hours out on the patio reading, smoking my pipe. Drinking my Jack Daniels and Hawaiian Punch. I loved that Delta Punch back in the day. But and when it would rain, my wife and I would both go out there and we'd just sit at night. We'd turn off the lights and we'd just sit, listen to the rain, and neck a little bit, stuff young married couples do. And it was fun. That was a neat. It was a small little dump of an apartment, but it was one of my favorite places we ever lived. Just because of that patio, and it was like a party place where all our friends came, and we'd have these parties at the house, and we'd go out and listen to music, and we'd come back to my apartment, and we'd just have a big party. A lot of fun stuff went on at that apartment. A lot of crazy stuff went on there. We ordered pizza one time and nobody had any money. Everybody was broke. And we'd gone out drinking. We used all our money. Came back and everybody was hammered. Came back to the apartment and everybody was hungry, and we're like, well, we could order pizza. Does anybody have any money? And nobody had any money. So I had like $20 in rolled pennies. So my friend Mike Veraldi, I probably should have used his last name, but Mike called the pizza joint, ordered pizza, and I kept telling him, Mike, you don't want to eat any pizza, man. You've had too much to drink. If you eat anything, you're gonna get sick, And no, I'll be all right. So he calls the pizza place. The pizza guy comes. Everybody goes out on the patio and is watching from out on the patio as Mike pays for this pizza with rolled pennies. And he's dropping the pennies all over the floor, the rolls of pennies all over the floor, because he's so tattered. We still talk about that when I see him, and that was, gosh, what, 26 years ago, something like that. 20, I don't know how many years ago it was. Probably 96, 98, somewhere. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what year it was. I hardly remember those years. And but I remember that day. And we were just laughing and laughing and laughing. And Mikey's sitting there trying to pay this guy with. I'm like, Mikey, just give him the. It came to like $12 or something. I'm like, Mikey, give him the whole thing. Just give him all the pennies, man. Give him the $20. Give him a tip. Tip him because you're paying him in pennies, man. So he got a good tip out of it. It's all in pennies, but he got a good tip. Yeah, those were some crazy times. There were times when our living room looked like a hippie flop house because everybody would come over and get hammered, and we'd take everybody's keys and make them sleep there, And there'd be just people laying all over the house. Good times. I ought to be young, dumb, and stupid again, I had some great times in that apartment with some of those friends, though. Got some funny pictures of everybody smoking my pipes. Well, that was a fun reminiscing story there. That brought back some memories. It's funny going through all this stuff in the house and memories that come flooding back as I'm pulling out my old photo albums and seeing pictures of old friends, some of whom are no longer here, no longer with us, and even just memories of my family here in the house, as we're moving things, just the memories that come back, memories of my dad and my mom and my brother and sisters and all the nieces and nephews and Christmases, and it was fun. A lot of memories here. A lot of memories coming back that weren't even involved with this house. That's the fun part, is just remembering your life, as you see things that take you back. All the old pictures. Good times. Well, guys, I will catch you later. Have a good one.